sometimes it takes a super bold accessory to actually complete a look, and it might not be what you would expect. Exactly. I'm Dawn Herring. Welcome to Fashion Styling with Dawn. I'm fashion obsessed, and I absolutely love showing you my looks from the ground up so you can choose to keep it simple or not. Yes. And today I chose a multicolored, I don't think I would call it a 3/4 sleeve because it's almost down to the wrist, but it's not quite. And I'm also matching it up with a kind of like a tannish, very pale green, but it's a very neutral color and it works really well with the lighter hues in the top. The top, of course, features a mix of colors of white, tan, burnt orange, a dark brown, and the hue that's right here can really go in a lot of different directions, which is what makes this a very versatile choice for this ensemble. I'm also wearing a white tank underneath for warmth. I'm not quite ready to get rid of the under tank yet. We're still in April, so I'm kind of back and forth with it. Sometimes it feels a little warm for this time of year and other times not so much. So we're gonna stick with the under tank for now. And then I also chose a pair of burnt orange nylons and a pair of brown leather shoes to go with that. So this is basically the basic look with no accessories, no jacket. Now we're going to add some jewelry. Actually, before we add the jewelry, I'm gonna go and add the jacket. This is a, kind of almost feels a little bit like pleather, but not quite pleather. Maybe it's more like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Suede? It's not quite suede, but it kind of feels like suede. I absolutely love this jacket. To me, it's a dynamic, it's very dynamic cut, obviously, and it's very long. Gives me lots of coverage, and it also has a collar, which adds a little more structure to it as well. And it's got the flaps, so there's a lot of texture as well. So that's a really nice addition to this look for sure. I really like it. And I believe that there are straps underneath the jacket sleeve that I can pull it up, which actually works really nicely right now because it is warmer out, but not excessively so. There we go. So this kind of now matches the length of the sleeve, and then we can have some color at the end of the sleeve in addition to the jacket. There we go. Now that looks really good. I like the way the collar pops on the arm after pulling up the sleeve like that. Yeah, that works really nicely. Okay, so now we're gonna add some accessories. I chose what I like to refer to as my Christmas necklace. It's a long beaded necklace that looks like it almost has little ornaments on it. And it has a mix of reds and browns and a little bit of silver and gold. And I really like that. Now, the reason why I chose this necklace is because I am making a very bold choice with my scarf color. I went through my scarf collection and tried on several different scarves that either blended in too much or didn't work at all. And I kept looking at the scarf that I chose and I'm like, I don't know, should I wear that with this? When I put it together, I was like, wow, that really brightens it up and I like the way that looks. And so I'm choosing an accessory to go with that that works with the color I chose. And I'll bet you can figure out what that color is. Red? Yes. Now that looks, I think, really good. The color scheme works really well because it's very similar to the color scheme on the top, for sure. You can't even see it because it blends in really well, right? That's really interesting how that works. Now I chose a drop earring that has a darker brown tone that kind of works with this color right here. So I'm going to grab that now and put those on. Yes, just one single bead. And it doesn't really pop because it blends in with my hair. But that's okay, because we don't necessarily want everything to pop, because then it's too much pop, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of good to choose something that kind of has a darker tone to it, so the look doesn't become overpowered. That's the key. There's a key with balance with the colors that you choose. Okay, and now we have our bracelets back. I chose bold red. I've got some orange mixed in here, and then the burnt orange with the neutral tones as well. So I'm gonna put those on now. Oh, and this little stone right here says courage. Yeah, I really like that. Okay, so now we've added some color to the wrist. That works really nicely with this ensemble. I like it. Yep. So now we have all the jewelry. And I'm gonna add one more accessory, and it'll be interesting to see if you guys like the choice that I made. Yes, it's bold red. Now, when I chose this scarf, it really surprised me. Now, the reason why I think this scarf really works well is because the bigger tone that you see in the multicolor is a very warm tone. It's kind of like a burnt orange, almost red, but not quite red. So I think the red really brings out that darker tone. And of course, it really lifts the color scheme up for sure. It's a really nice punch for what we're looking for without it being overpowering, which is why we chose the darker hued earring. Because if we have red everywhere, then it's too much red, right? I really love the way this looks. And I've never put this look together before, so this is brand new for me. Absolutely. So what do you think? Do you think red really works well with this ensemble? I think I really love it. And it also adds more texture with the tassels, which is one of my favorite things. Always love to add texture to my looks, because it kind of gives more of a visual interest. And this is also nice and comfy cozy too, around the neck. So that is my ensemble for you, going bold and yet not too bold. Yes, exactly. I trust that this has given you some inspiration for your next wardrobe choice. And if you would like more of this kind of content, you can check out my Fashion Styling with Dawn playlist, where I've got all of my videos available to you. And you can also visit my website at dawnherring.net and check the Fun with Fashion tab, where I have all kinds of things there, videos, images, the like, for you to get some inspiration for your next look. Thank you so much for watching. You're welcome to subscribe to my channel, and you can give it a thumbs up as well if you'd like, if this really inspired you. And you're welcome to share it with a friend too, who's looking for some fashion inspiration. So you have yourself a delightful day, and remember to have fun with your fashion.